Hey, just a warning in advance. My audio is pretty messed up in this. I have my levels all out of whack, so there's a lot of popping on my part. It's fixed now. Hopefully you guys can stick through it because this is a pretty good Treehorse Chats. It's good to be back, and I hope you guys enjoy.
It's been a long time since we've done one of these, haven't we?
Wait, what's going on here?
What the fuck? What is going on here?
Why am I tied to this chair? What is this over my head?
I got him. I got him this time, ladies and gentlemen.
What is this?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Horace. This is a Treehorse Chats. We've only been retired for like a year, but we're back. Not like anyone asked. Not like anyone asked for it, but we're back. We are back and in action.
They were begging for it.
Oh yeah, I mean they were all asking for it. They're like, "Yo, when's Treehorse Chats coming back?" And I was like, "Well, right about now. How about that?"
This was the date we gave them, and this is what we stuck to.
Yep, this is what we got. So I apologize. I apologize in advance.
And thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. But anyway, if you've never watched a Treehorse Chats or listened to a Treehorse Chats, me, a tree, and a horse.
That's me.
Talk about random shit on the internet, just like everyone else on the internet. It's very creative, very groundbreaking. It's let's just say we're changing the game.
You could say hard hitting if you want.
It is rather hard hitting. I mean, this is the only ultra wide podcast that I know of.
For good reason.
And for good reason, because there's a lot of space on the sides here.
A lot of bamboo, and then that window isn't perfectly centered, so my
whoops,
my aesthetic is reeing.
Whoops.
Wait a minute. All right, cut the tape.
Cut the tape.
God damn it.
All right. Anyway, see, it looks even weirder when you have it on full screen in an ultra wide, but whatever, we'll get around it. So yeah. If you've never watched these before, you can go to here where you found this, and you can find. Wait, do I not have a playlist? Oh no, here they are. You can find
right at the top.
You can find all the good boys. You can go. Oh, here's the one I was talking about. where I fucked everything up.
Recording on Xbox?
Yep. No.
Oh, I see. Man,
look at that.
Those are some heavy days for us.
Man, look at that.
Really,
look at those things.
Hitting the sauce back
that's
then.
when we used to do this every fucking week. But if you never
Every
watched,
day.
go watch the old ones. There's some good uns in there. There's a couple good uns in here.
But you gotta find them on your own.
You gotta find them on your own. I'm not gonna tell you where to go. It's definitely not at this YouTube channel. Anyway, we got a couple things to talk about this week. We're gonna start out on a good note. I found this and thought this was pretty funny. So, Horace, do you know much about Magic the Gathering tournaments?
You know, I've heard bits and pieces.
Well, for a Magic the Gathering tournament, one thing you have to do, you have to send the judges a copy of all the cards that are in your deck, also called a deck list. Crazy, right? So they can make sure all your cards are legal and everything. You know, and there's no problems no problems or anything. So, a guy playing at the Florida. What was this? PPTQ maybe or something. Well, maybe a Pro Tour qualifier, maybe Grand Prix, something like that. I don't really watch a lot of like the tournament scene. He decided to submit his deck list on a cake for the judges. And look at this thing. Look at that thing. Look at it. Look how cute it is.
Is that the guy right there with the mustache?
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. He looks like
oh no. Yeah, I think this guy just found out. Maybe he's one of the judges or something like that. He snapped a little pic, and look at that. That's a little page they send you, so you can fill out all the cards you have, how many of them are each, blah 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 blah, and yeah.
Now is that page edible or is that the actual page?
That's the frosting. That's the frosting.
Okay, so they put that like edible.
Yeah, you can eat that edible paper. You can eat that whole deck list.
Now is that accepted then? Is that official?
Yeah, it's accepted.
Official tender?
Yeah, it's official tender. He submitted his deck list. They don't say how you submit your deck list. You just have to submit a deck list.
He's gonna win, man.
Yeah, I hope he did.
He's gonna get favorited.
I might have to come back to the story and see if he actually won. He was playing Eldrazi Tron, which I don't know. I've never built one, but he's got a Cavern of Souls in there, and
right.
I have a Cavern of Souls. So maybe he won. Maybe he did
So
pretty
it's
good.
a pretty good deck.
What's this?
Hopefully it's a good cake.
I don't know. I gotta look down here. Chalice of the Void, Expedition map. Oh, he's got a worm coil engine in the sideboard. That could get interesting.
Uh-oh. Sneaky sideboard.
He's definitely got some Eldrazi's in there. So that's cool. I thought that was a little fun way to kick things off. Before getting to the rest of the bullshit.
I just wish that they put more of those like decorative roses and stuff around the
Yeah,
edge
like
of
if
it.
they did
Just
the
a
color,
little
if
plain.
they did the color around the edges, that would be kind of cool. Like a nice little.
Yeah.
But I mean, he
Is
is
that
playing an
just-
Eldrazi deck, so there's no color. I mean, unless he's got an Eldrazi that uses a colored mana, but I don't know. He doesn't. I'm not gonna look through all these.
We'll have to contact him.
He's
for
running a full
comments.
place at a Ghost Quarter in Eldrazi Temple though. So hey,
There you go. Ghost Quarters.
I have a place at a Ghost Quarter in my. What deck did I put that in? Did I put that in my fucking Gitrog deck? I don't remember. Get back to me on that one. I don't remember what my deck lists are. I just build decks, and if they work, I don't take them apart. Whoops.
Nice.
Catch me on your nearest pro tour. I'm never gonna
Eating
qualify,
cake.
but you can catch me there. I'll make a cake. I'm gonna make a chocolate cake for mine though. I'm a chocolate boy.
Oh.
Hey, I like what I like. So, are you ready to talk about something a little ridiculous, Horse?
Oh, I think I know where you're heading. And I'm
So
as ready as I'll ever
I'm
be.
sure everyone can't get enough of all this Hollywood men diddling people. I know me, if I'm going to listen to someone diddle, if I'm going to listen to about someone diddling someone, it's got to be
Listen to someone do
it's
the
got to be
diddling.
A-list celebrity that's doing the diddling, or else I'm not going to care. So,
Exactly.
hey Horse, what's your favorite late 70s, early 80s emo boy band?
Oh man. You know who I really like?
Yeah.
And I really hope that they're not involved.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the Smiths.
Oh, the Smiths?
And if they're
Wow.
involved,
Well, the
any one of them.
Smiths are a great band, you know, Johnny Marr on that guitar and everything.
Oh,
You remember what was the name of the singer of that band? I always forget.
I think it's Morrissey.
Oh yeah, Morrissey. Oh yeah.
It's Italian, I think.
So he was getting interviewed in Germany, and
Uh-oh.
they were asking him about all the stuff going on in Hollywood. You know what he said?
Oh no.
You know what he said?
That he's in disbelief and can't imagine this happening to
I
these
mean, I
poor
guess so.
victims.
He's in a bit of disbelief. I'll tell you that much. But it might not be for the reason you're expecting.
Uh-oh.
Morrissey comments on sexual abuse scandal, says some victims are just disappointed.
I'm disappointed. I was really hoping to not be raped or touched,
all right.
but
Let me get some backstory in here why I think Morrissey's a chump, but I love his music. When I went to Riot Fest, he was gonna headline. It wasn't this year, but last year. He was gonna headline Saturday night, and you know what they do at festivals where Morrissey plays?
Oh god.
You know what they
I
do?
want to know.
They stop selling meat. All the food vendors cannot sell meat for at least 2 hours before he goes on stage. And I had to walk around in Chicago hearing everyone fucking complain how they couldn't get a hot dog or they couldn't get a nice fucking burger at the food stands. Food stands were sick and people couldn't go around getting a nice goddamn chicken sandwich or anything. All because this guy thinks it's okay for people to fucking diddle people, alright?
He's got that in his rider.
It's in the
you
rider.
Can't have me.
You
That's
can't.
insane.
He will fucking cancel. Like, he's done it before.
He goes around to the stands and he checks.
I had to listen to all these fucking, like, thick-rimmed ass fucking people complain about, oh, wow, Morrissey is such a pretentious dick. It was annoying. So,
Well, he's taking it to the next
he's
level.
taking it to
I
the
think.
next level of that fucking pretentiousness. So,
fuck.
Morrissey has invited fresh criticism over comments he made about Harvey Weinstein and Kevin Spacey. The former Smiths frontman spoke about the ongoing sexual harassment scandal in Hollywood, reportedly calling claims against Spacey ridiculous, and arguing that definitions of harassment and assault have become too broad. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Let's unpack this a little
Let's
bit.
let's rein it in. We're gonna pull it in real quick. Okay.
Yeah, it's getting a little too broad.
We're pulling it in. This is getting way too broad. Let's narrow it down right here.
Even
So
for
Horace.
Morrissey.
So Horace, if you were a 26-year-old Kevin Spacey,
Yeah.
and you just so happen to be hanging out in a bedroom with a 14-year-old boy, would you say that's a little bit too broad? I feel like that's a very narrow chain of events right there.
I mean, the one thing I can tell you is I don't know how disappointed I would be.
Seeing as I'm 28, and if I was in a room with a 16-year-old boy, I'd feel uncomfortable.
I mean, I guess it depends on the expectations of the situation, but I guess we know we kind of know things.
I just feel
happen.
I just feel fucking uncomfortable.
Abort! Get out of that room.
So Morrissey says, "Hi, I'm wondering where the boy's parents were. One wonders if the boy did not know what would happen. I'm sorry. If you're hanging out with Kevin Spacey, the last thing I would expect is for him to fucking molest me, okay? Like, that's like the last thing I always expect whenever I'm around someone. Like, I don't go from like, oh, hey, maybe we'll like watch a football game or something. I don't go immediately to Kevin Spacey's gonna touch my dick. All right?
No,
that's not where I go. That's not where I go.
Well, apparently, I was reading that there was instances where Kevin Spacey was touching like this young boy in front of his dad, like they were doing a reading.
Yeah.
For a scene, and I guess he was doing it like under the table where the dad couldn't see. But I mean, like the dad was there, you know. So it's not like I think Morrissey's trying to speculate, and there's obviously evidence for situations that did happen. I mean, this is coming out. It's not like it's just a room where anything could happen.
It's not a bedroom. I'm in a reading room.
This is a professional environment where you even more so expect not to be touched by Kevin Spacey, let alone, you know, in a hotel room where obviously probably should not be in there.
Yeah, probably shouldn't be hanging out in there. I like how he tries to save face. He's like, I don't know about you, but in my youth, I've never been put in situations like this.
Oh, good for him.
I was always aware of what could happen. So Morrissey's, I guess he's trying to say he was always like hyper vigilant about getting fucking diddled by people when he was 14. So I mean, good on him. When you're in someone's bedroom, you have to be aware of where that can lead to. That's why it does not sound very credible to me. It sounds to me that Spacey has been attacked unnecessarily. Okay.
I thought, like, you know, I'd go into someone's bedroom as a young man, they would just show me like their Micro Machines.
Yeah,
collection.
I thought someone was gonna show me like their fucking Pokemon cards or something like that.
It's not that hard to not get diddled, but it's not like you have a choice.
Yeah.
Some people it happens to some people it doesn't. It sucks. It's just the way it is. Morrissey.
20
My goodness. Oh God.
Okay. Luckily here, Morrissey clarified that he condemned sexual violence against anyone. Yet he apparently also claimed that on some occasions, the person referred to as a victim is merely disappointed. Okay. All right.
Why are they disappointed?
Okay. Here's the thing. This is a two-step response. I can agree with this, and I cannot agree with this as well. Because the whole thing, like, it's not unheard of people making false rape allegations. We all know that. The world's a fucked up place. Like, it's not like that's never happened before. But,
of course.
But, those are very small instances. Extremely small likelihood instances. Like, yes, they do happen. Absolutely. Like, it's not unheard of. But
you can't just assume that either.
You can't just fucking assume that. That's the problem. Like you can't immediately go to like, oh, he said he got diddled by him. Nah, he's lying. You can't go there. You have to you can't just automatically write that shit off.
No. The most they get is like it's an allegation until proven, but you can't say, oh well, the victim is lying.
I mean, obviously
more
he's
on
lying.
On the accused.
Obviously.
That's where the blame lies.
Yeah, obviously.
That's ridiculous.
People know exactly what's going on. He reportedly said, when asked about Weinstein, and they play along. Afterwards, they feel embarrassed or disliked. And then they turn it around and say, I was attacked. I was surprised. But if everything went well, and if it had given them a great career, they would not talk about it. I hate rape. I hate attacks. I hate sexual situations that are forced on someone. But in many cases, one looks at the circumstances and thinks that the person who is considered a victim is merely disappointed.
There's so many A-list celebrities that have amazing careers that have spoken out against Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah,
it's insane.
It's like the same thing with like, it's always weird. Like, it's so weird how things just get brought to mainstream, because it was always a joke that like Weinstein and other executives, like, where do you think the fucking casting couch came from? Like,
it's always been known.
It's always been a joke about like Hollywood underworld and stuff like that, and like. Even with like Louis C.K., he always made jokes about him being fucking awkward as shit around women, and like he's masturbating in front of them, and oh, surprise, he jerked off in front of some people. Wow, he like it's just so weird how things can be mentioned so much and no one gives a crap about it until some news, like who was the Washington Post or something, like started fucking reporting all this shit. I forgot what like the tinderbox was that lit this thing off, but like it's like common knowledge, but I guess it's just one of those things that people don't want to believe is really happening. So like when it comes out that it is happening, like, oh my god, I can't believe this. No, you could. Like, it's a huge reoccurring joke. Like Seth MacFarlane has made jokes in Family Guy about like Weinstein diddling people. Like,
because you know what happens.
It was like
behind the scenes.
There was a thing with like Courtney Love like 10 years ago, I think. They're like, oh, what's something you could tell someone just getting into Hollywood? It's like, if Weinstein invites you to this hotel, don't go. Like, no one's just gonna say that for no fucking reason. I don't know. The whole situation is just like fucking. It's like a circus, and I don't feel like it should be like that. Like, this is like serious shit going on, and it all gets just like played up in like a media trope, and it's like kind of like disheartening, because you just think, like, what if Corey Feldman's like pedophile ring actually uncovers something? You think everyone's gonna like care about it for a week, and then once they don't show it in like the newspapers or like online anymore, everyone's gonna forget about it? Probably.
Well, I mean, what's good about it coming up this time is there's a lot of momentum, so it's definitely going to keep
Agreed.
alive for now. I mean, hopefully it doesn't die out, because like the industry needs to change. It's really
absolutely
awful, and it's been covered up for so long and hushed. And like, I mean, apparently the Weinstein thing was supposed to break years and years ago. I think like 2011 or something, and then like they were going to post an expose in like the Times or something, and then like fucking Matt Damon calls up.
Fucking Matt Damon.
Some, and a bunch of people like that, I forget there's somebody else, and said, don't run this story. And I think that was back with like Miramax and stuff like that, because that's what I think was where Weinstein kind of started before that.
But I'm sure a lot of that is also like these people trying to save face. Like, they don't want to like, because I'm sure it's like really fucked up. Like, I could easily see it as like you being blacklisted if you go against some of these people. It's fucked up, but that's the risk you have to take for like greater good kind of things. Like,
well, that's what Tarantino said, because Tarantino knew, and he said, I should have said something, but that's who distributed his movies. Like, he would have lost that.
Yeah, I also like how there's like a bidding war for the script for his new movie now. There's like a lot of people apparently trying to get their hands on it.
It's gonna be a good movie.
It's gonna be.
Plus,
You're trying to get Tom Cruise and Margot Robbie in there, I think.
I don't know, Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. That's what I heard. That's what I heard he wants for his,
what he could do with Tom Cruise.
I know he wants him for his main.
All right.
His main.
He wants this for his mains. What about his side dishes?
Good question.
I'm sure Christoph Waltz.
What do you think Quentin Tarantino would order as a side at a restaurant?
Probably like a baked potato.
Baked potato. I see him more as like I see him more as like an okra kind of guy.
Maybe like some Brussels sprouts, like oven roasted.
Okay, all right, some oven roasted sprouts, pretty good. I'm having those Thanksgiving. I'm pretty excited.
Oh yeah,
I love me some sprouts.
That's the way to be.
Anyway, enough with this fucking diddling. Let's get out of here. So, Horse, in case you don't know, I work in the retail world. Let me tell you, this time of year is my favorite time of the year.
Why is that?
Because I get to deal with a bunch of fucking shitbags for like a week, and then people are less shitty for like a week and a half, and then they go back to being shitty once Christmas comes up. But anyway, this is the time of year. It's the time of year where companies fucking double down and try to make those quarterly profits, and they try to get into the black for the year. It's Black Friday, my guys. Everyone, round of applause. Round of applause. It's Black Friday. It's Black Friday 2017, and apparently The Verge has all the best tech deals you can already buy. Of course, as we all know, Cyber Monday is much better tech deals than Black Friday normally gives. But if you're a little impatient, if you want to order some stuff now, by all means, go right ahead.
All right.
So they only they got like a 1 terabyte PS4 for like $200. It's like $100 off. PSVR $100 off. There's a lot of TVs in here. I think the only thing I was pretty excited to see, these Bose companion speakers are actually really fucking sick. They're like these little tiny. These little tiny ones, they're normally a lot more expensive. Yeah, they're like $250. They're on sale for $199 for just a regular, like, a little two-piece to plug your phone or something into. Those ones sound really sick. They're a little, of course, for $200 you can get yourself a nice pair of, like, bookshelf speakers or, like, powered monitors or stuff like that, but...
They use Bluetooth.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think so.
You gotta have the Bluetooth.
It's got headphone and auxiliary ports. I'm pretty sure they're Bluetooth. I could be wrong. These ones might not be. I know a version of these are Bluetooth, but you know.
Well, it's the Companion 20, not the Companion 25.
Yeah,
so.
you're right. Okay. I think those were pretty cool.
All right.
Both speakers are always fucking expensive, but you get what you pay for. Like.
Oh yeah.
I've had like a Bose dock for like 10 years now, I think, and it still sounds great. What was the other thing I saw on here? Oh, you can get a pair of Beats X in-ear headphones. Fantastic. Everyone loves those. Oh, these ones. The Sennheiser PX 550 wireless noise cancelers. I'm not a big fan of noise cancelers, but these ones I've heard are really fucking good. So if you're into noise canceling headphones, you're looking for a nice Bluetooth set, because you know your iPhone 10 doesn't have a headphone jack. Bluetooth 4.2, my dude. Should sound real nice.
I don't know, man. I got the Bose Quiet Comfort.
Oh, you got Quiet Comfort?
They're pretty good.
Quiet
Yeah, they're pretty nice.
They got these boys, little Bose around ears.
The sound link.
Look at those, the sound links around ears. Those look pretty good. $199. Personally,
like an airplane.
Personally, I don't really care if they're wireless. I'd much say spend your $200 on a nice pair of Biodynamics, but that's just me.
Well, it depends on what you're going to use it for.
Everyone's ears are
walking
different.
Down the street. Bluetooth is really nice.
Everyone's ears.
I love
are
having the phone in the pocket. Don't have to take it out.
Can't even tell.
But except for the headphones on your head.
Yeah,
but you know,
if you got headphones on.
But if you're sitting at a computer, or you're at home, a corded, a nice.
Oh yeah,
like something like the Biodynamics is.
Corded. Just cord it up. Cord it up.
Just do it the way God intended it.
So it looks like Amazon's trying to offload a bunch of fucking Kindles. Kindles and Fires. They're trying to offload these bad boys. Look at this. They're just throwing all this shit in here. Woof! All this Kindles. So if you want a Kindle, I'd rather read a book. But call me old fashioned.
I like the smell of it.
Yeah, I like the smell. I like cracking the spine. You know when you crack the spine on a fresh book? Pop! Whew! You can't crack a Kindle when you pop open a fresh book.
That's true.
Fire HD 10-inch tablet, $115. Look at that. That's a pretty good deal. Samsung Galaxy tablet, $479. Why is this thing so expensive? Oh, it's because it's got a little keyboard dock and everything like that. It's got a little stylus. Okay. All right.
4 stars.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. 4 stars. 4 stars out of 5. There's an HP Omen for sale. $979. $979. Under $1,000. What do you get? You get a 7700 HQ, 8 gigs of RAM. It's got a 128 gigabyte SSD and a 1 terabyte hard drive, and it's got a 1050 Ti. You could do some nice 1080 gaming on that bad boy.
Wow.
So you could do some nice 1080 gaming. A little low on RAM. Would have been nice to see 16 in there. But it's got an SSD and an actual spinning hard drive. So,
So if you like pubbage,
1920 by 1080 anti-IPS panel on that bad boy. That's not too shabby for a laptop. Not too shabby for a laptop.
you could definitely do worse for $979.
Yeah, you could definitely buy a shittier $1,000 laptop than that. I think the only other thing it's on here. Oh, a 1060 horse. You want a 1060 super clocked? Look at it. Look how cute it is.
But I definitely know a certain a friend of ours
I know
that-
someone out in the audience, probably not in the audience, but I know someone who would very much enjoy this. If you say you got, hey, even if you got like a 970, dude, a 1060 is gonna be better than the old 970 boy. And the only thing that sucks
This is a good stocking stuffer.
Yeah, the only thing that sucks is this is the 3 gigabyte VRAM version. It would be nice if it was the 6. But dude, $189. Say you're building like a home theater PC that you might want to just play a couple, like some easy games on, some nice couch games. Just slap that in there. Fucking slap that shit on in there, my dude. What's the price on the 6 gig? 6 gig's $270, so there's no discount on the 6 gig, but whatever.
Well,
Still not a bad
yeah,
price.
man.
Dude, 1060s are selling for like $300 a couple weeks ago with the whole mining crisis, so like, I'll take that. I will take that.
Yeah.
And if you got USB
Yep.
Type-C on your computer, you can get a 128 gigabyte flash drive, Type-C flash drive for $40. I mean,
All right.
if you can find a better deal than that, fucking call me up. We'll get it. I'll plug that shit right into my phone since I don't have expandable memory anymore. Rip.
This is just a cry for help. That's all.
It's
this
a cry
is.
for help, please. I only
Or
have
expanded memory on my phone.
64 gigabytes on my phone, please. Please. And I also saw they're doing this weird Amazon Prime promotion for a limited time. Amazon is offering 15% off on first-time purchases in several product categories, including PC, home, and toys. You have to be a paid Prime member in the U.S. and are eligible if you have not made a purchase in these categories before, which kind of sucks because I think the only category I haven't made a purchase in there is home. I bought PC stuff. Magic cards count as toys on Amazon, so I'm fucked.
So you have to buy something in all of those categories?
No,
or just
just
the ones that you want?
those categories. So if you've bought a PC related thing before, it nixes you. If you bought a home type thing or a toy, like I think those are just the 3 categories that are giving you an additional 15% off. But dude, shit. Is that working on anything? Because say you never bought anything. You never bought like a graphics card or something on Amazon. If I go, I mean, it won't work because I bought my 1070. Well, your 1070 I bought on Amazon. So it probably won't show. But if you go...
Well, I've never bought a graphics card.
If you go and, like, if you go... And you're telling me that if you never bought a PC component and you go on there and you throw like a fucking graphics card in there, you're gonna get 15% off.
How does that work? Do you have to do a coupon code, or is that just...
Yeah, it says if you qualify, the 15% off coupon will show up at the product page under the price. Okay.
No.
Well, can I look at? What do you think a nice home
GTX.
item is? What do you think a nice home item is? You think an Alexa is gonna be a home item?
I'm talking about a wicker chair, my man.
Oh, a wicker chair? Let's see.
Whose man is this?
Whose man is this? Looking up wicker chairs. 219. This one's 213.
This is the thumbnail right here.
These look like some nice wicker chairs. These look really nice. All right, let's add this to my cart. I'm not signed into my profile, right? Good. Oh no, wait, no, it won't work because you have to be an Amazon Prime thing. Never mind. I'm not signing into my shit on this. So I don't know. Tell me if it works.
All right,
let me know. I'd be interested.
Does it have to be a Prime item?
I don't think so. It just says you have to be a paid Prime member and have not made a purchase in these categories before.
All right, let's see. On the product page.
That's all it says.
You get 70% off just to apply for that card.
Woo!
That's how you buy a graphics card.
That's how you buy a graphics card. Too bad I already have an Amazon Prime card.
Going into my cart now.
Mm-hmm. Let me know. Let me know.
I don't see anything.
Interesting.
I don't see any.
Interesting.
we'll have to dive deeper into this and then do a sort of
and
a
Amazon Music Unlimited is 99 cents. Note, this deal is valid for new subscribers to Amazon Music Unlimited for 3 months. So instead of paying $8, you can pay $1. That's cool, I guess.
All right.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm sure there's gonna be more Black Friday deals as the days get closer. Everyone's trying to make their money for the year, so just they're gonna start cutting those prices. Because let me tell you, any places that sell shit like this, they have at least a 60 to 75% markup on all of it. So don't worry, they're not hurting for money. They're still making their money. Trust me, I know.
Sure.
I know.
You know?
I know.
All right.
Dude, anytime I scan something at my job and I like look at the markup, I always get like throw up a little bit in my mouth.
Oh God. Rein it in, Tree. Rein it in.
Throw up in my mouth a little bit. Anyway. You want to talk about some Battlefront?
You're getting me. You're gonna get me fired up.
You want to talk about some Battlefront, my guy?
Oh man.
Talk to me about Battlefront, because I haven't played much of it. You've played quite a bit more than I have.
Well, I mean, I don't want to talk about the microtransactions. I was
Okay.
saying that before. I feel like that's kind of everyone's been talking about that, but I think now that they've sort of put that on hold and they're maybe going to make things better, we're going to have to wait and see. So that's fine for now. That's not really an issue for the time being.
Mhm.
But what's kind of left is what I want to talk about,
Okay.
because it's still this like really strange progression system where it takes you a very long time to get the things you need to level up.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing lots and lots of games to get the points to just level up, and you got to be a certain level and your overall account to get to upgrade your cards to a high enough level within your different classes to then level up those classes to then get better cards.
Okay.
And it's kind of this whole thing where one thing sort of blends into the other, and you need to be able to do both, but the speed that you're able to do it. And then if you don't have those cards that you can upgrade and you're not a high enough level, like the only way to get your guy to a certain level, try and make this easy to explain for someone who hasn't even seen the game in this way, because it is kind of complicated, I feel like, and a lot of people, I mean, it took me like at least 10 hours playing the game to figure out fully the system, but explaining it is a whole other thing. Basically, you get these cards and they go for different classes or heroes or whatever, and there are different like ratings between, like, say, level 1 to level 4, and level 4 being the best. But you need to be a certain character level, so you need to be, say, I think it's like level 10 or something to upgrade it to the first tier.
Okay.
But in order to upgrade it to the next tier, you need to be level 15. But in order to get to level 15, you need to be able to upgrade all those cards. And if you only have, say, 2 or 3 cards and you upgrade them as far as you can, you're not going to hit level 15. So you have to go and roll the dice by spending your slowly hard-earned credits, since you can't even buy the crystals anymore, which is a whole, obviously
a whole other debacle.
A whole other thing, which would obviously make it easier, because now I'm playing games on games on games to get to this. And then I had 5,000 points before. I spent 4,000 on a trooper crate so I could upgrade my main classes.
Oh, okay.
And I got something for a class I never used, and then a bunch of other crap for like some heroes and stuff that are just emotes and crap like that. And I was so mad because after the amount of time that I've put in and I've been enjoying the actual gameplay, but like I'm not going to be able to progress. And obviously, I think what sort of put the nail in the coffin for me, and like obviously I've seen this happening, but I was playing a game where we weren't doing well right away, which, as in Battlefield or Battlefront or whatever, any of those kinds of games with those objectives, what happens in the very beginning doesn't necessarily mean the end is going to be, a loss.
Uh-huh.
But half my team quit out. So, it's a full team of theirs versus half of our team. And still, the guy who is number 1 on my team has got more points than anyone. He's got a level 33 character. I mean, he obviously spent a lot of money, and you can really see
clearly.
that sort of pay to win. I mean, he's running in there. He's dying constantly. I kept spawning back in with him. He was dying as much as I was, but he had these upgraded abilities, so he was able to run in there and get. I think he had like 50 or 60 kills by the end of it, when everyone else had maybe under 20. Even the people on the other team. It's just incredible. So, now I'm sort of stuck because I can keep grinding away at it, playing the same maps over and over again with, getting killed by people who have better cards in order to try and get the better cards.
But
so something really needs to be done.
Yeah, it seems like it's like the endless cycle effect. Like, you're constantly trying to get better stuff, but by the time you get better stuff, the other people have better stuff. And it's like the only time you're actually going to have as good materials as everyone else is once everyone hits cap and, there's nowhere else to go.
Exactly. And by the time that happens, will the game still be alive? I mean, it's slowly dying now with all the bad press it's getting, and they really need to fix it soon. If they want to get those holiday sales and stuff. I mean, I'm going away for 2 weeks next month. And my concern is if I go away for 2 weeks next month, I'm not going to be able to play this game. And am I going to come back and everybody who got it for Christmas and everybody who's been playing it since, pre-launch?
It's going to be mad leveled up and they're just going to have God tier type shit.
Exactly. I mean, I'm not going to be able to come back from that. I'm going to just be fucking so sad. I mean, in a game that I love Star Wars. I would play with the action figures in front of the TV watching the VHS, growing up.
Yeah, the real stuff.
I love everything about it. And I even, I found enjoyment in the campaign and stuff. Like this level you're showing, the running around as Luke, that was so cool and unexpected. But the progression system is just killing it, and in some ways the first game did it a little better because I never really saw that as an issue. And I love having more options, more levels, more variety in the assault missions and stuff. And you really feel like you're playing something closer to the original Battlefronts, but they really got to fix the way that you got to earn more currency, or you got to make more challenges that are, sort of in between. Because once you get the lower challenges, get 50 kills or get, 25 grenade kills, or once you start getting those, then you're looking at 100 or 250 and you're grinding. So then you maybe some stuff to pad out the middle a little bit. And at this point, people have already been unlocking challenges and stuff, so they're not going to be able to up what's already there. They need to add stuff, and they need to probably give everybody X amount of, this currency and that, maybe a couple free crates or whatever, because it's the catch-up game is every day that goes by, basically. In closing, every day that goes by is progress, that they're going to need to make more of in order to fix this game.
Yeah, I feel like there's such an opportunity missed. I had a lot of high hopes for the game because I enjoyed the first Battlefront. I used to play Battlefront 2 way back when, the original Battlefront 2, Battlefront 2 OG edition.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really excited to play this game, and then it just seemed like as soon as it started coming out, there was just the bad press train rolled up, skirt. And it's been like that ever since. But there's clearly stuff that has to be fixed with the game, and it's really sad. I don't want to say it's another case of EA shitting the bed when on a really good IP that they could do a lot with. But I mean, look what they did with fucking it's not like they haven't done it before. Look what they did with Dead Space. They made Dead Space 3, and they were like, oh yeah, this will sell a lot of copies. It didn't sell anywhere near as many copies as the first two, and then they're like, whoops, we made you do this and it didn't sell, so fuck, it's on you guys, good luck,
bye
and then they shut down Visceral.
Well, I wonder if it's how much of it's even EA, because we always just assume that. But I was watching Angry Joe stream the other day, and he made a really interesting point. He just said, he's like, just imagine what if it's DICE? He was like, I always give him the benefit of the doubt, but it's just a crazy thought. What if it's DICE?
That's good. That's a good point. What if it is DICE? I love DICE. I love them as developers, but since they've been in cahoots with EA for so long, you gotta think how much of that corporate structure rubs off on another company.
Well, plus, I mean, I think there's a valid point with, you have the executives, and those guys sort of want things to happen. So the developers and the creatives sort of have to, make changes on what they would normally do, I guess, to sort of please them, and get this game made. Mm-hmm. I mean, especially when you're kind of this EA is sort of terrifying to these companies. I mean, they just bought the Titanfall developer, Respawn, and you kind of wonder. Everyone immediately says, "Oh, Respawn's dead. Respawn's dead."
Respawn's dead.
And it's like, I mean, Titanfall 2 was really good, but it's definitely possible. Like, why is that the first inclination though? And then these developers are probably fearing for their jobs.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter how reputable a company is.
It really doesn't help that like a lot of people come in with the connotation that like EA is like a pox. Like once they show up in the picture, it's like, oh, fuck, write him off. Good luck, kid.
The fucking Grim Reaper.
Yeah, it's like he shows up. He's like standing behind game developers. Like,
oh man.
Hey guys, you want to make some money? But oh man.
It's a mess, dude.
Yeah, since we're talking about shitty game developers, you want to talk about some good game developers? Because boy, howdy do I got some good game developers for you.
I think I'm ready.
If you didn't know, I'm a bit addicted to Witcher 3. I'm finally trying to get help for it. I've only played the game like 4 times through, and like it's I'm working on it. Okay, but let me tell you about CD Projekt Red, because I think CD Projekt Red is like the golden light of what I think a game development company should be like. Since we were on the topic of Battlefront, a lot of people are saying like, oh, what games are gonna have pay-to-win things next? And then as soon as CD Projekt Red mentioned that there will be some form of a multiplayer aspect in Cyberpunk 2077, the floodgates open. People are like, oh, I bet they're gonna have microtransactions. They're just gonna be like everybody else. No.
That's what we expect now in 2017.
That's what we expect, and that's like the sad part. That's what we expect. But my boys said CD Projekt Red says Cyberpunk 2077 will be a no bullshit story driven RPG. And you gotta sit here and think to yourself, why would they go out saying that? It's because there's a YouTube channel by Pretty Good Gaming. I watch some of their videos. They're basically like the No or any other like video game news, like video game industry news YouTube. They go out there, say a little bit of hearsay, throw in their 2 cents, give you somewhat of a news story, and then kind of try to start a fucking flame war in their comments section to get ads. But hey, that's how it works nowadays with the fucking adpocalypse and everything. You gotta get people talking on your channel for some reason to come back. Keep refreshing that thing, get those ads, get that watch time. Hey baby,
those ads in there.
You do you. I get it.
Yeah.
This all comes from a tweet they put out. CD Projekt Red are considering games as a service, which is what they're calling like pay-to-win microtransaction now. It's a game as a service. Mm-hmm. It's not a game as art or a game as entertainment. It's a service. It's a service.
Right. Like a mobile game.
They're considering that for Cyberpunk 2077 as part of their drive to make it more commercially significant. And CD Projekt Red, Big Daddy Red, came in and retweeted at them. Worry not. When thinking CP 2077, think nothing less than Witcher 3.
They set the bar really high.
They're like, yo,
this
isn't going to be any shittier than Witcher 3, so you better fucking brace yourself. Huge.
I can't imagine that.
Huge
single player with microtransactions.
Huge single player, open world, story-driven RPG, no hidden catch. You get what you pay for. No bullshit. Just honest gaming, like with Wild Hunt. We leave greed to others. Oh my god. Drop that fucking mic, CD Projekt Red. Bam, 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 bam. Can we just get a round of applause? Everyone at home. Everyone take your hat off. Everyone at home. God damn it. This is why I love this company. I love it. Because, like, I can understand. This is going to happen to so many more game things now. I feel like anytime a multiplayer game is announced from now on, it's gonna be like, oh, gonna be full of microtransactions, not gonna buy it. And the sad thing is, like, seeing as Take-Two is so open about the billions of dollars they made from shark cards from like GTA Online, and seeing how much money EA makes, and seeing how much money all these other things, it's really hard in an industry like video games to not try to squeeze every single dollar out of something you took years to make. I understand it. Like I totally get it.
$60 maybe isn't enough.
It's
you know,
like $60. Like you have to hope. Like just relying on video game sales alone is such a hard way to get yourself into the black on a project like that. Like
especially with rentals and pre-owned purchases.
Or like or sites like G2A or any other like discounted like key website, like it's really hard to make that money back on sales alone. I get it. I understand it. I've always felt like maybe games should kind of up in price, but then you got to think like video games have been like $59, $60 as long as they've been out, so technically they're cheaper now than they were in like the 90s. Because like they've been that much money for how long, and with the way inflation
they used
going,
to be like 50.
Yeah, like
I think it raised,
I remember like
and that was the last.
I remember
time.
like Game Boy games would be like 40, and then like a SNES game or like a Sega Genesis game or N64 would be like 50, maybe 60. Like I feel like when I got Majora's Max, it was $60 because I saved up for that shit for like a couple months. But it's like,
well, I mean,
it's so much harder to make money.
Important thing is, like, the most important thing about them making this statement, and even getting like the chance to do this is like, I mean, we've seen this trend. So many developers saying no microtransactions, none of that's going to be all story and stuff. But it's always like these small indie developers, and it's like it's great to see it and it's good to support them. But this is a really big company that made one of the most popular games of recent memory, and it's still very popular. And they're doing it. I also saw recently that the developers of the new Monster Hunter game said that they're also going to do that because it was rumored that, you know, that game would be ripe for, you know, microtransactions. But no, it's about the experience, and some people like the grind, you know, and that's kind of what RPGs are about. You're going to expect to be putting 60 plus 70, maybe 80, you're going to replay hours, you know, into these games. So it's good to see a big developer like them, you know, making that statement, and then obviously they're going to stick to it because I trust them.
Yeah, like these guys could like shit in my breakfast, and I'll still think it's gourmet. Like I might be a little bit jaded when it comes to this company, but
they're good.
They're a bunch of good boys. They're a bunch of good boys, good girls. They can get all the scritches if they want. Many scritches will be handed out to this company.
Well, speaking of good games, I do have like a little side nugget.
A little side nugget? Let me get that little side nugget. Let me get that little side nugget.
Send you a link.
Okay.
And I showed you this yesterday, but I think that this is something, you know, I'm really excited about. Obviously, Battle Royale games are really popular right now. PUBG is, let's not even get into it. But this game I think is going to be the next.
Oh yeah. I think this is going to be the next like masterpiece.
I mean, that looks like you're going to be having fun. You're not taking yourself too seriously. The dev apparently tweeted out that it's going to be available to play in January, and I mean, it just looks fun and ridiculous, and like it's something different. I mean, you play Fortnite, you can't help but think about the similarities to PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. You play PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, you can't help but think about the similarities to H1Z1 King of the Kill.
And then when you play H1Z1 and King of the Kill, you can't realize like it's almost the same thing as Arma 3 Battle Royale because it's all the same fucking guy making it.
It's true. It's true. He's involved with everything. But this is something different. This is something completely different, and it's such a fresh take on it. I mean, obviously, you still got the gunplay and stuff, but it's just so silly, and everyone bouncing around and flying around. It's just fucking.
I feel like that's what it needs. Like, there needs to be a bit of silliness. There needs to be a little silliness. Like, I think my main beef with PUBG is just like how fucking serious it is. Like, everyone's so serious. Everyone gets like so salty, and it's like, I don't know. Maybe just because I'm getting like older and I just don't feel like dealing with people's bullshit on the internet. But like, it's just, come on, you gotta have fun. Like sometimes sometimes I'm playing these games and I'm just not having fun.
I don't want to spend like say sometimes 4 or 5 hours playing round after round of publish, getting like top 10, top 3, whatever,
and not having fun.
But everybody's so pissed off, and I'm not having any fun, and I'm getting teabagged, and people are calling me the N-word through the microphone. And I'm just like, this reminds me of when I used to play Xbox, like, you know, my parents' house, like, you know, sitting in my bedroom, so excited, got Xbox Live, I'm home from school, I did my homework, and there's just
gotta
so
make
much
sure your
fucking
sound
noise
isn't
and
coming through
trash
your
talk.
speakers because your parents are gonna take your Xbox Live away.
Like, what did you just say? I'm like, I
I
didn't
didn't
say
say
anything.
anything. It was someone on the internet. I swear.
It was a gamer tag. I can't say it out loud because it's a bad word. But you know what? Like you kind of find the worst. I've been playing some of the new Call of Duty, and it's like the same way. You go to like their little headquarters area, and it's like everybody's just trolling everybody constantly, and it's just
Like, all right,
like the internet is worse.
I'm a fan of trolling. Nothing I love more than a good troll. But there's a difference between good trolling and just fucking idiotic trolling. And I feel like there's no good trolling anymore. It's just people being assholes to each other.
There's no creativity to it, man. You go into a lobby and Player Unknown, and it's just the same joke, you know, the same meme over and over again. It's not funny anymore. It was funny like maybe the first time.
It's not funny
when
anymore.
It was a new game.
Remember when everyone?
But now it's like, dude, it's not original.
Remember when everyone just wanted Ryan to get in the Discord? Remember that?
That was a better time, you know. Things with like Unity and stuff are kind of like cool, where you just everybody's dancing to a song or whatever. Those like impromptu moments.
When someone starts playing the cha-cha slide, and you got the whole lobby over there sliding to the left and sliding to the right.
There's something so magical about that when you're dancing around with a bunch of people that the next, you know, minute you're going to be in a world trying to kill each other, but it's like this coming togetherness that's kind of sweet about it.
Making some friends, man. You're just making some friends.
But that's of no credit to Bluehole or, you know, Battlegrounds, whatever, you know.
That's just the community.
That's just the community at its finest. But then, of course, the other end of the spectrum, as we said, you know, it's a shame. But something like that, I hope that these developers are, you know, getting these tools to make, you know, interesting stuff on the smaller scale. And obviously, we leave it to someone like CD Projekt Red to deliver our next obsession. When that game comes out, that's going to be so good. So I hope they take their time, let it come out, and be beautiful.
Oh, Daddy Red, let me tell you.
Oh, man. All hail.
I'm
Praise
waiting
be.
with bated breath.
Bated breath. Oh, my God.
Oh, shit. We have run out of topics, Horace. It's been a good first run back.
We really went in. How long was that?
We are at currently at 52 minutes.
Hey,
that's not that bad.
We're back.
We're not that bad. That's not that bad.
If you're still with us,
hey, if you're watching to the end of this, what's something we could have you write in the comments? Not like anyone comments on anything, but
just say hey guys.
Say
or whatever.
Our keyword, if you've made it this far, is mud flaps. Type mud flaps in the comments. Let me know you got this far.
In aesthetic writing.
Aesthetically written mud flaps.
And we'll give you a little.
I'll give you a like. I'll like the comment if you do it. So yeah, this has been Treehorse Chats. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I've missed y'all. I haven't done anything on YouTube in 3 months, and the last things I did were streams. So it's nice. It's nice to be here with y'all. Like this video, share it with your friends, comment, subscribe. Go pet a horse on his horse head.
Make sure to ask him for that new monitor review.
Oh no! Don't stop! No, don't tell them. I've been working on a monitor review for a week that I only shot B-roll for.
Pressure him. Put the pressure on.
Don't do it. I am not reviewing the monitor that you see my screen capture for right now. I'm not doing it. I'm not.
Well, maybe one day, guys.
Maybe it'll come out one day when I actually decide to write a script. But until then, I'm a tree.
I'm a horse.
That's a horse. And thanks for watching. Hopefully we can do this again soon for y'all.
Oh yeah.
A toodles.
Bye-bye.